Welcome to the Red Wagon Estate Planning and Elder Law Show, hosted by me, yours truly, Jeffrey Bellomo, where we discuss all things estate planning and elder law, and, well, hey, anything else we want to talk about. So welcome to the podcast for today. I'm excited for the episode today. We're going to talk a little bit about estate planning and elder law, but kind of touching on it. And I'll explain a little bit more in a few minutes here. So hopefully this will be an interesting, fun podcast. I have been asked by a lot of the listeners to share a little more personal stuff as opposed to just the legal technical. And many of my listeners know I'll touch on personal stuff for sure, but a lot of times we end up doing a lot of the legal technical stuff, a lot of the joint work with other professionals. And so we're not always getting into personal stuff. So I'm going to try today to do a little bit of that, but ironically, we will be talking also about certainly some personal and a little bit about our clients. So certainly no names or anything like that, but this has been an incredible weekend for me. And I thought it would be really cool to kind of share a little bit about the weekend, a little bit about what we did as a group with the maintenance families. I'm really proud of it and looking forward to sharing it today. So as always, please do not take what you hear from this show or any other show for that matter to constitute legal advice. If you are looking for legal advice, please contact an attorney licensed in the state that you reside in who practices in the area of law that you are looking for advice in. Once you meet with them and discuss the facts of your situation, then and only then should you constitute that to be legal advice. This show, and any other show for that matter, should be used for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. At Bellomo and Associates, we educate so that what happened to my family does not happen to yours. We offer free educational workshops in the areas of estate planning, crisis Medicaid planning, life care planning, special needs planning, and post-death administration. All of those are free educational workshops where we will discuss the pros, the cons, the goods, the bads, the uglies, the costs associated, and potential next steps. And then once you decide if you would like to work with us, you will know everything up front and the costs associated with it. And then and only then will you owe us any money in regards to advice. I like to provide the information and the education for free. And then that way you get to make an informed decision about what you and your family would like to do. All right, so about my weekend. It was an incredible weekend. It started out with just hanging out with my wife and my daughter on Saturday. Wonderful day. My daughter had youth symphony in the morning, and then in the afternoon we were able to spend some time together. And then in the evening, my wife and I were able to go to dinner at a local restaurant, which really started the weekend. So Sunday morning, I woke up and I ran a half marathon in York, the York YMCA, on the rail trail here in York. And for those of you who know me, I am not what you would typically think of as a runner. As far as size, I am definitely a bigger guy. I love to lift. I enjoy the workouts in the gym. And over the last couple years, I have started, well, really only 1 year. A year ago, I did the York Half in York on the rail trail again a year ago. And I enjoyed it. But I have a wonderful neighbor, Billy, and Billy is an incredible runner. She is really one of the best in the country in her age group, and is just an incredible human being, a great friend, and also a great runner. And a year ago, she kind of gave me a little bit of a plan to get ready for the half marathon. And then after that, I did a 10-miler, and then I did a 5-miler. And then this year, I did the half marathon again. And it was an incredible morning, definitely humid, not warm necessarily, but very humid, and it was very sticky out there. Got a little bit of rain, but certainly nothing that was horrible. But it was an incredible time out there on the rail trail. Tough, definitely moments where I struggled. Not being a natural runner, certainly not being what most people would consider a half marathoner. I definitely have my moments out there. There's no question. But I was running with some really good friends, and at about mile 7, they told me to go ahead, and I was trying to hit a goal that I had set for myself. Unfortunately, I didn't quite hit the goal, but I'll tell you what, I'm proud of the effort. I'm proud of what I did, and I also was able to cut 20 minutes off my PR. So I'm very proud of that. And, I think right after the race, I was a little focused on the not hitting the goal that I had set. But Billy, my really dear friend and coach, reminded me I had some intestinal issues last week that I was dealing with, and certainly wasn't necessarily at my best. And when I got to mile 10, I was right on target where I wanted to be. At that point in time, I was exactly where the plan was, and then unfortunately I got a cramp in my calf muscle and started having some pain in my hamstring. So the wheels fell off at that point, but I was able to certainly grind. I was very proud. I'm definitely proud of the fact that I didn't stop and that I didn't quit. And Billy came out with 1 mile left. She finished her race, took a little bit of a breather, and then came on out and ran in with me for the last mile. And I can't thank her enough. I definitely pushed that last mile. I was in my head prior to that, so it was great having her there to kind of push me along. And so, Billy, if you're hearing this, thank you. You don't have any idea how much it means to me that after your race, having just done Boston 2 weeks ago, that you were willing to come on out and run an extra couple miles for me. And it really just meant a lot having you there, pushing me along at the end. Very proud of the finish. And I did post on social media that next stop is the Philadelphia Marathon. So November 23rd, I decided to run a full marathon. I've never done anything like that. Certainly this half that I did on Sunday was by far the longest I've ever run. Even last year I did a lot of walking. This year I pretty much ran until the end there where I was cramping up, just trying to walk enough to get the cramps to go away. But certainly it's going to be a struggle for me. I really just want to not get swept. My goal is to finish and be able to get a medal at the end and prove to myself that I can do it. That's really all I'm looking for, and I'm excited. Billy's going to give me a great training plan to take care of that, and I'm looking forward to it. I've actually started referring to myself as a runner, and I'm proud. My daughter doesn't quite think I'm there yet, but I think she thinks I'm getting close. So hopefully I'll be able to get her approval in terms of me being a runner at some point here. Certainly doing my best, certainly pushing and grinding and pushing myself outside my comfort zone, which I think is wonderful. I'm actually a little excited about the ramp up for the full, the training that goes with it. It's a season, and I'm excited to push just to be able to say that I ran a marathon. I have a sneaking suspicion that might be the last one, might be the first and last, but I guess we'll see. Everybody tells me who does them that you kind of get addicted. I don't know that I will. I'm kind of doubting it, but I want to check this off my list on my mind to tell myself that I can do this. So great ending. I got to spend a lot of time at the finish line with a lot of my teammates. I ran with a couple other teammates at the Bellomo Associates law firm. Deb ran with me, as well as Jay. And actually another team member ran a half marathon on Sunday as well, Victoria. She wasn't able to join us on the course, but she did run one, and she ran a heck of a first half as well. So it was a great day for the law firm, and a lot of spectators came out. We had a lot of our other team members and family and just people. I was telling a story yesterday, which was partly what prompted me to do this podcast, that when you are struggling out there alone and you hear people cheering for you and you hear people yelling your name and just kind of really rooting you on, it really, really means a lot. I was definitely struggling there at the end. I know that I wouldn't have done what I was able to do there without Billy. And since she had already finished the race, she certainly didn't want to cross the finish line again and mess up her timing and stuff. But I had enough energy at that point to just sort of continue and finish out and running through the finish line. But hearing the screams of all the people is something that I hope that you get to experience in your lifetime. It was an incredible moment for me. I'm tearing up just talking about it and thinking about all the people screaming and yelling, and I'm really looking forward to the atmosphere in Philadelphia. I hear the amount of spectators and people is just incredible. So I'm looking forward to that and that experience and being able to say that I did it. So here goes nothing, as they say. I'm going to give it all I've got and make it a whirl. So thank you to everybody that was out there, to all the other people who ran. Congratulations. There was some fast times out there, some fast people out there, that's for sure. It was an honor watching you guys. And, thank you to Steve for running with me, and Jay and Matt. You did a heck of a job out there, my friend, and Deb. And, man, just so many people. Victoria, great job on your half that you ran as well. So it's a cool community. The running community is definitely unlike any other that I've seen. It's pretty cool. And so I'll keep you posted. I'll certainly do a podcast come the winter after November 23rd in the Philadelphia Marathon and update on the status. So after that, I was able to go home and took an ice bath. And then the day actually started, believe it or not. So then I went to a concert that my daughter was in. It was incredible. It was her band concert at her school, her high school, and it was just wonderful watching her. She had a couple solos and just a lot of fun. And one of her good friends, Sophie, who is a senior this year, did a concerto on the piccolo, and that was absolutely beautiful. Deanna was on the flute for that one, and then she played a couple other pieces on the flute and the piccolo. I just love watching her play. It is so amazing. Very, very, very cool. And then from there, we ran to the Future Leaders of York graduation. And what an incredible program. My daughter was lucky to be able to be selected at her high school as one of the 3 students who got into it. And I'm just very proud of her. She is definitely someone who likes to be involved and take on leadership positions. So this was an incredible program. And to Mrs. Dicely, who sort of ran the program on behalf of Future Leaders of York, thank you. I've known your family for a lot of years. It was really cool to have the honor go through your program. I loved working with Kaylee over the last couple of years when she was an intern in our firm a few years ago, and of course seeing you guys at the dance studio a while ago, and it's just been great. It was a kind of a nice ending having Dee work with you in that program. She speaks very highly of it. She learned a lot, and certainly a lot of the opportunities that she had will just be with her forever. So that was a cool graduation. We did kind of come in a little late because of the concert, and we did run out of that concert as soon as we could, but we were able to take some pictures after, and Deanna did get her graduation diploma, and her good friend Jacob also was in that program with her. So they got to spend time together. And my running partner is Jacob's father, Steve. So he and I ran together early in the day. So the two of us sort of had a whirlwind day. And then from there, I got to run to the law firm leader of the law firm, Jenna. I got to run to her house for the Bellomo picnic with my daughter for a little while and spend some time with the team. Once a year, we bring the team in. We have a lot of remote workers at Bellomo & Associates, and they come in once a year. And so this was the weekend. So we got to go over there and hang out with them for a little while. There was all kinds of wonderful things going on. We always get crabs every year for the picnic, and just a lot of fun. And being able to see team members that you see once a year, met a couple of team members for the first time, so that was awesome, and really just a great experience. And then Monday, you get up and you go straight to a team retreat. So because we have everybody in town, we take advantage of the everybody being in one place, and we hosted our all-day retreat at the Outdoor Country Club. So it was fun. It's a team retreat. This one was a little different than normal. This one we did more of a reconnect, a realign, re-engage, and just kind of get reacquainted with each other and do a lot of wonderful team building exercises, a discussion of the firm plans, the 1, the 3, the 10-year plan, where we're going, what that looks like, how we plan to get there. But it was just a great opportunity to spend the day with team members, many of whom we don't see in person but once a year. We see them on a Zoom screen every week for our team meetings and things, but certainly nice to actually be in a room together and share ideas and just get to know people better. This was definitely a good one for that. So shout out to Jenna and Becky for just an incredible planned retreat that we had with the team, and to the team members for always understanding that, I'm all about team first, and I love the time that we have together. I love the team building exercises, the figuring out ways to better serve our clients. Just an incredible time. And I know that it is an incredible ask of the team members, their families. Many flew in from all over the country, California, Illinois, people driving in from Wisconsin. I mean, we just, Florida, just all over. So it was definitely an ask, and it sure is every year. So we appreciate everyone taking the time, and to the families, for our team members, thank you for allowing your moms and dads for traveling all over the country and being with us. It is an incredible day for our firm, weekend really, because Sunday was the picnic that we have for our team, and then Monday was the retreat. And then it all caps off with probably my favorite event of the year, which is the annual picnic for Bellomo and Associates, which hosts all of our Red Wagon Club members, formerly known as our maintenance program, where we've got several hundred people who come to the John Wright restaurant, and the restaurant's closed, so it's just us, and they have an incredible buffet, an incredible pizza buffet as well, on top of everything else. And there's a DJ, there's a photo booth, and it's just our firm and all of our clients that we see, a couple times a year, and we get in front of, and we really have a great relationship with them. So it's really humbling to see a couple hundred people come into a room every year just to have fun, just to relax. There's no agenda. There's no sort of, we have to get this or we're going to talk about that. It is really just to hang out. My dad came into town for that, so that was a lot of fun. So I was always glad having my dad around, and my wife and my daughter and my in-laws, Larry and Vanessa, were there. And it's just really cool for them to get to spend time with our clients, for our clients get to know them, and then of course our team members were there. And it's just a great opportunity for a relationship outside of the office, a relationship outside of the documents. They really are family. And I know that sounds kind of a little corny, maybe coming from an attorney, but I think that was really what prompted this podcast today, was at the retreat yesterday, sort of reflecting on everybody cheering and yelling at the finish line and on the course. And then last night, spending all that quality time with all of our clients and hearing great stories and all the thank yous and all of the how great it is. It's just a really inspiring weekend. It's arguably, outside of maybe my family vacations, my favorite weekend of the year, because I get to do a little bit of everything, right? I get a little bit of the kind of excitement, adrenaline junkie running a half marathon, time with my wife at dinner, watching my daughter in a concert, which is always fun, and then being with my team, and then ultimately spending a day with them at a retreat, talking about how we can better serve our clients, and then culminating it all with an event that is an appreciation for our clients, for their dedication to us, for their trust in us, for them believing and for them protecting their families and their legacy. And it's not lost on me that they choose to be a part of that, that they choose to come to these events to spend time with us. There have been some people that have said, I couldn't imagine wanting to spend time with my lawyer, especially, on my own time. And I sort of chuckle because there's hundreds of people that come to this event every year. And we actually had a waiting list this year because of the weather. We weren't able to kind of get quite as many people as we would have liked. So it's incredible to know that many people want to spend time and be with you. And for those families, here in a couple months, we also have where I'm going to actually have an agenda. We're going to talk about what changes we have seen in the country, in the legal technical world, what's happening, what do we need to be aware of, any changes that we need to address in documents. And so that's also another event where we'll have hundreds of clients coming in, listening to me kind of talk about what the landscape looks like in the law right now, what changes we're seeing across the country. I'm still very attuned to traveling a couple times a year with national organizations that I belong to, kind of hearing what's going out in other states. And a lot of times, that stuff comes in this direction. So we always want to know what's going on in other states. And then I bring that back to our families so that they can be ahead of the changes and so that they know what's going on. And that is what our Red Wagon Club is. And, I'm going to try to get some of them on a podcast, listening to some of the stories last night, a lot of the thank yous, the peace of mind that it provides, knowing that we're calling them if laws change. It's very cool. It's a great honor to be able to serve the clients that we're able to serve in Pennsylvania, and specifically, primarily the York, Lancaster, Adams County area of Pennsylvania. And this weekend kind of sums up sort of me, my life, my firm, and my beliefs and my passions all in one weekend. I got a little bit of everything, and it's very humbling to be able to end it all off with some of the closest family and friends and clients that I have, and to be in that room with them last night, finishing off and capping off that weekend. It was incredible. So to all of the Red Wagon Club families, thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for believing in us. And to everybody that I saw last night at John Wright, thank you. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for taking pictures with me. Thank you for being in the photo booth and kind of being silly with me. It was great. And I do want to take a minute and thank John Wright Restaurant, specifically their staff, their team members, their chef. We've done this now for more than 5 years in a row, and it's a great event for us, and I know that they enjoy it as well. I love talking to him, the chef, and kind of hearing kind of his lowdown every year and what he kind of learned from the event. We're certainly looking forward to continuing this locking arms with the restaurant and having that event there. The clients love it. The view is just breathtaking of the bridge and everything, the Susquehanna. So I'm just really proud of everything that is going on. And also, I know that by the time this podcast gets released, it will be public knowledge. So I just want to take a minute and congratulate my beautiful wife, Whitney Bellomo. Whitney has been teaching for over 25 years, and there is no question in my mind that every student that has ever come in her door that she has taught, and frankly, even if she hasn't taught them, if they were in another classroom, she loves them like her own. And I can say that because I have been there since the very first year. We were dating at that time, to our engagement, to our wedding, to having a child, and watching her with the students is just absolutely incredible. This week, which is Teacher Appreciation Week, they will be announcing the finalists for the PA Educator of the Year, and Whitney did make it. She is a finalist for the PA Educator of the Year, which means that she is in the top 12, and she will always be cemented as a finalist in the PA Educator of the Year. So I cannot be more proud. I am so happy for her. She works so hard. She loves those kids more than anything, and it's just great that she's finally receiving the recognition that she absolutely deserves. And it's been very hard not to tell anybody, and we have not. So by the time this podcast gets posted, it will be announced officially. So she will continue on in the interview process for the winner, but I know that her goal was to make the finals and be a finalist, and so she forever is. So congratulations, sweetheart. So happy for you, so proud of you, and I can't wait to celebrate with you. And best of luck in the interview process and finishing up the finals. So I hope you enjoyed a little different podcast today, a little more of an inside view into me, the person, kind of a typical weekend, maybe not every weekend, but certainly being out there running, watching my daughter, being with my family, being with my team, doing the team retreat, and ultimately ending with our clients is one heck of a weekend for me, all the while spending time with my wife, my daughter, and my dad, and my in-laws. So thank you all. It's an honor, and I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Thank you for attending the Red Wagon Estate Planning and Elder Law Show, hosted by me, yours truly, Jeffrey Bellomo, and I look forward to catching you on the next podcast. And until then, we'll see you real soon.